I don't know why this keeps shutting off. These Galaxy S9s must be a piece of crap. But what I was saying before I got cut off, I was grilling it 20 degrees. It was negative 14 degrees. I was grilling the Brunswick. No issues. I really started having issues when it was 34 degrees and up out. That's just added to the already crazy temp swings. So I have no idea what is going on with the shorts and stuff, but we're just doing these hand snug tight anymore, and you're basically gonna strip the heads because these are soft metal. But I'm trying to push it in when I tighten it down. Alright, that's snug. Alright, let's get the new board. It's in the box. I might set this down a sec. Alright, here's the new board. I haven't looked at it yet. I just opened it to see the box, to see the contents. All this came from the Minnesota warehouse. Whoa, I almost dropped it. So, see, one thing I noticed, I don't know if you can see, this does not have a clear cover on it. The clear plastic. You see the stuff. I've had two other boards that came from the Minnesota warehouse like this. No plastic covering on it. I'm not sure what that haze is. I mean, it's scratched. I accidentally just pulled that port open. Yeah, see, it's got the same marks the other two had. One thing I was checking when I first got involved with these boards, I've changed them like 6 or 7 times. The Washington and the North Carolina, there's a date code on the back of these, which were 2018. The original and the other new ones were the same way. This is the third one I've gotten from the Minnesota warehouse. There is no date code on it. Not sure why. So we'll find out, but these are the only 3 from the same place that did not have that protective coating on it. The first one I talked to, I believe it was Dana, could be wrong, and she thought maybe it was one that was pulled for testing at the factory. It looks like there's a little scuffing on it. We'll find out. Right there, I mean, you can see it's almost like somebody tried to polish the scratches or something. You see the swirl marks. But all of these concern me. Let me grab the other one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Phone's plugged in, so I have to set it down again. Alright, so this is the one I took out, and see, there's those same marks. I don't understand it. I mean, you can see that I've used it a few times because of marks on it. And then, see, there's those marks again. And no date code and such on the back. Don't understand it. So about that. Put that one aside. Let me pop that back in. There's it right there. So we're gonna put this in. Put this new board in. I guess can't worry too much about cosmetics. Alright, so basically because these lines are long, I'm gonna plug them in right now. This ought to be fun one-handed. Basically you're just lining up that notch with, there it is, that notch with this. It clip right in. Alright, so then all these wires are color coded. If you notice, yellow, the red, of course the black and the white, which in terminology on these would be black. These throughout all the pit bosses, these color codings are specific to what the operation is, and that goes with the same thing. The only difference is the igniter wires are white, more or less, or you can call them silver, but the purple wire is your igniter wire. So we're going to plug that in. A lot of times, if you've ever had a Molex connector apart, I don't know if you can see, there's actually pins in there that get pressed out, and that's what holds the pin inside the connector itself. A lot of the other ones that I had done, I had to physically pop the pins out, bend the two tabs out because only one tab was being used, so these wires were loose and I was having to use a small screwdriver to hold them in. So let me get this igniter plugged in. Alright, I got that plugged in. Now, if you look, you can see the metal inside. If those are sticking out flush or close to the end of this thing, of the Molex connector, then your pin's pushed out. You take a small screwdriver and you can push the pins together. I've had to do that quite frequently. Alright, so now I'm gonna try to one-hand this board. Alright, so we're gonna set that in there. I usually like to just try to get it in evenly and just pop it in. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna go underneath and plug all that stuff in now. Alright, so because the power lead is shorter, it's much easier to plug all your other stuff in first and then go to your power. So we're gonna do the yellow, which is your blower. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see this or not because this phone's laying on my chest. And this isn't very fun. Not showing what I'm trying to do, but I'm plugging in auger motor now. And now the power lead. Alright, so we got all them plugged in. All the ends look good. Looks like everything is fully plugged in. I will have to get a zip tie and zip tie all these together to keep them nice and neat and out of the auger or the blower motor. Basically, I'll Probably put a zip tie right there. Fold these up and zip tie them together and just leave them hang, because the weight of them will keep them away from stuff. So that's basically it. It's ever since I've worked on it, I haven't put this bottom cover on, but eventually I will once I get the bugs worked out of it. So hopefully this helps somebody with doing stuff. If you have any questions, I mean, I can try to do something to make you better understand or whatever. I haven't watched the video yet, so hopefully it turned out alright. I know there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't show, even though I'm doing this myself, but I was trying to do a video of more involved in what some of the other videos out there are. So I guess this concludes. I tried to do a follow-up video once I fire this thing up. Check the temps. Hopefully they're in range and no more tripping breakers and that. Basically the only thing that ain't changed is this and this. I did some more reading. The brushless motors, because basically it's a magnet in a coil, they can't give off frequency interference. I kind of knew something like that from racing in professional radio controlled cars, A-scales and all that stuff, whether it was electric or gas. And we did have frequency interference here and there. And we put capacitors and stuff on inline on the wires and stuff to combat that for transponder issues. So hopefully everything's good. We'll find out. Leave a comment. I really don't care if it's negative or not. So this is the last. Bye-bye.